Such quietude. I'm more tired than I know how to swim.
I'm find me a mark. Fine.
Love your name. Well met. It is quiet there. What's to do? I'm conscious enough, so I wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
What is it? Have you brought me something to sate my unquenchable thirst for knowledge? A book, perchance? No, a letter, is it? Let's see here. But know that tonight the moon shall again be shrouded in a veil of gossamer clouds, awaiting the return of the sun's warming glow. Well, well, I'd not thought Disa the capacity for such refinement. 'Tis a love letter of a sort. One that draws on ancient symbolism to convey its message. The moon represents a woman, the sun, a man. Put simply, what this letter means to communicate is, I miss you. Ha! A surprisingly saccharine sentiment coming from the Queen Regent. Would you not agree? I know not who this Phasus is, though 'tis safe to say that Disa is rather invested in him. What concerns me is this godsway mentioned in the first line. if we can take this letter at its word, and 'twas indeed granted to the Queen Regent, we can surmise that it must be something tangible, an object. As to what manner of object, however, I can only begin to guess, and I'm not one for pointless conjecture. I suspect someone of Batali heritage might be able to tell you more.
Same foe again.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Venturing's a grand way to wind up a cadaver.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters. That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Suppose I ought to earn my
Seems my feet always lead me here.
What shall I get up? Wait for this job to be over and...
Well met, Sir Arisen. Let us dispense with pleasantries and cut to the heart of the matter. I have a task that requires someone of your skill and discretion. Some days ago, a fiend attacked Empress Nadinya during her supplications. Her Majesty was unharmed, but the would-be assassin fled, gifting me a wounded arm in the process. He may seek to strike again, yet I fear I am not fit to guard the Empress as I am. And so I turn to you, Sir Arisen. Will you catch this villain in my stead? My deepest thanks. Her Majesty will next begin her supplications in Flamebearer Palace. I would use this opportunity to lure her assassin from the shadows. Empress Nadinya's life is in your hands, Sir Arisen. I trust you understand the gravity of this task.
We shall await you here, Master.
better work than we had elsewhere.
The only person I believe in is myself.
Both mind and body must be pure.
The only person I believe in is myself.
If I am to put my hypotheses to the test, I shall have need of select materials.
Why is Vermont funding our research? What do they have to gain from it?
I don't know. Truth be told, I've never asked. But I heard a rumor that 'tis all part of a plot to put the prince, though I suppose he's the regent-kin o'er there, on the throne.
What? Where did he hear that rubbish? How's what we're doing here bear any relation to a scheme like that?
'Tis only what I heard, but you're quite right, it doesn't make much sense. I suppose 'tis a rumor best ignored, after all.
I do wonder what the director's plotting, but... frankly, as long as Batal is left out of it, I don't rightly care what he gets up to.
What was the missive that just arrived?
Oh, you know. The usual. From Vermont, bound straight for the archives. Not to be opened.
Another one? What is the director up to? Well, never mind that. Did we get any other deliveries today, perchance?
Surely you're not expecting another one of your love letters. Why, just the other day, you were warned not to use this address for personal correspondences. You really mustn't be so imprudent. Need I remind you that if word of our activities here was to get out, we could be shut down.
Yes, I'm well aware of that, thank you. Now come, enough gossiping. We've work to be getting on with.
Sleep.
Bunch of sluggards.
Prayer alone cannot win us this battle.
This can't be how it ends. Am I supposed to?
I'll not stand for this.
'Tis good to be reunited.
I've more time than I know how to spend. Anyone you I could find a noble to take me on. Fine place. Presume to confound me. Such quiet.
Up my training regime.
You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds? I know not whether I can assist you in this, friend. Ah, but of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue. Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? Twould seem my mother has joined hands with a Batali researcher to achieve her purpose. Which, according to this missive, is to arrange things so that I might rule the kingdom. But I don't understand. Vermont needs no consul. It's found its ruler, its sovereign, pretender though he may be. To say naught of you, does she mean to remove you and the false sovereign both from the picture? Is that what is meant by this tragedy? 'Tis a frightful thought. Yet we are in a much stronger position for having learned of it. You've my gratitude for this. I now... Ah, 'tis you. I thank you for coming to see me, but I'm afraid I have no new information. You have aught you wish to show me. What is it? A soldier who had dealings with that phantom ox cart from the rumors gave you this? I'm not sure there's much I can... Wait. This handwriting. It couldn't be. Ah, forgive me. I fear I was mistaken. I shall entrust this matter to Captain Brandt.
What business have you here? You might have ingratiated yourself with the Regent-kin, but that doesn't mean that you can come and go as you please. Wait a moment. What's that you've got there? Perhaps I underestimated you. Thank you for bringing this letter to my, attention. You will investigate this matter no further, assuming you do not wish aught to befall the Regent-kin.
suppose I can always run.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Only politic this morning.
Anyone will notice if I stay here a bit. Such quietude.
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it. Hard to make anyone smile in
A
these
fine
times.
place to sit and gather once.
I'd sooner stay out of battles were it possible.
Regent King Sven has been busy, it seems. Shall we meet with Lord Patrick come nightfall? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Perhaps you might provide me with some inspiration. There's been talk of a mysterious structure rising from the sea. I'm not sure. Or what to make of it. Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
Living's hard.
Oh, the force goes awry. Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale end...
Welcome to Bjorn, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So, if you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master
There's been talk of a mysterious structure rising from the sea.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
To this world I return, ready to put all I've learned to use. Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Ready to forge on?
Quite the predicament.
Here we are.
Allard. Long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art collection. Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent matter that requires his intervention. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at this.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Let us make for Minister Allard's estate and slip in once we've seen him leave. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Over here, if you please.
No one will disturb me here.
A fine place to sit and gather one.
I've little enough gold to spend as
Seems naught ever goes wrong.
Perhaps this will serve as evidence.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
I quite agree.
Would you mind coming over here? We're here, Master.
We shall remain here.
lend a helping hand.
Hope that vagrant doesn't show his face here again.
Ought to set my nose to the
Can't remember the last time I...
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle things myself. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Are you quite sure you have time? Lest you forget, own...
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
the same.
Not every patron is welcome.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
I will time when I know how to.
I like to come here when I'm in any
You have my fullest confidence. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant. Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. This is a memorandum of Allard's. According to this, afore attaining his current status, he was in the employ of a merchant. And in order to claim the merchant's property as his own, he murdered the man and his wife, staging it as an accident. This is a grave affair indeed. Should this article prove genuine, I have every faith 'twould be sufficient to condemn him for all time. The deed was monstrous, and yet, considering my position, I am afraid I cannot condone the man's assassination. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? Very well. I would place my faith in you, Your Majesty. However, know that should he be assassinated, I cannot offer you my aid. Now, pray bear the evidence you've discovered to the Myrmecolian. I will do everything in my power to assist you.
So the captain is willing to aid you only if you do not stain your hands in blood. I hope you shan't disappoint him.
Indeed, you are correct. We shall await you here, Master.
I am the cream of the crop.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Right. There's ought to be said for peace.
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Are you quite sure you have time? Lest you forget, only... So, I confess, I thought you might not. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
At last. It feels like an age has passed since... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
Do not waste my time. Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice... Wilhelmina! But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. for my mother. And this is for my father. I can't say how badly his reputation will be tarnished with evidence of this nature. But here we are.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately, there's a window here.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust. Then come, Master. Let us quit this place.
I was afraid I might find you here. I cannot believe you would stoop to such... No. This is not the time. You will be able to slip out the rear entrance. Follow me, and quickly.
That was certainly well handled. I suppose I ought not to have expected any less. Pray, visit me at the Myrmicolian tomorrow evening. I'll prepare aught by way of thanks. Till then, be well.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
I cannot believe it. You killed Allard. You realize this could jeopardize our plans for your ascension. I will do what I can to obscure your involvement in this matter. However, bear in mind that you may have to shoulder the burden of your own heedlessness in future.
Feels eerie with no one about. Let them talk. I'm sure to kill.
Always hoped I'd meet a kinder end. Here's hoping we get no brutes tonight.
I've a nose for rumors of every ilk.
This place is very dreary.
Always the same. Day after day. Just how I like it. Whoa!
In case you haven't noticed, shops are closed on certain days. So if there's no one about, you might have to come back later.
Nice place, this.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
A fine place to sit and gather one's...
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
Is aught amiss hereabouts?
How fare my fine passengers this evening? Don't know why I'm asking.
I'd fainly...
Halt! We're expecting your cargo. Open up.
I hear they follow whatever command they're given.
Aye, and they'll take any beating without a word of complaint. Let's see for ourselves.
This one's not a pawn! Give no quarter!
All's lost. There's no hope. No, I'm afraid.
We're done.
What's the make of this?
We're done for. Suppose there are worse ways to go.
I'm in fine.
I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
It's lost. I'll not be done in one life for you.
Come on! Try me!
Now's your chance!
battle is best avoided here.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Trounced our foot.
That was superb, Arisen.
What work needs doing? One of these days I'll buy myself a manor. Suppose I ought to earn my
Interested in my wares? Have not got it.
I've no love of conflict, me. Must hold out till someone comes to me.
What was it I had to do?
Loyalty's just another way to save your own skin.
Let's see. Where to next?
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?